deserved standing ovation. Magical by Baez. Baez trying to score.
Hi, everyone. This is Heidi Watney. Welcome to the show.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Twins and the Chicago White Sox. Here's Byron Buxton now, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch of the at-bat. And that's in there for strike one. Ball hit on the ground for Anderson at short. Reined in. And there's one away. At the plate, Josh Donaldson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
Hey, I know it's early on in the game, but when the third pitch like that is called for a ball, it looks like that tight zone's going to be awfully small today.
A 1-1 count now to Donaldson. Rodon offers up perhaps one of the nastiest sliders around, and it won't be uncommon to see a lot of off-balance swings against it, and it'll be easy to see why once you see it come out of his hand. He's got a huge break on it. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike two. Lays off 2-2 now.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second just because he took the first one that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Hit down the third baseline. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Digging in now, Eddie Rosario, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Rosario behind with an 0-2 count.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
Strike three called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Here's Starling Marte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the White Sox, the center fielder, Starling Marte.
And the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Bit of an ill-advised swing that time as that ball got in on him.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Digging in, Bradley Zimmer.
The right fielder, Bradley Zimmer.
First delivery to him on the way. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Going to be a long day if he executes like this, punching tickets right out of the gate.
Hit down the line at first, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Another one sent foul. Stays alive, still 0-2. Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. So bases are empty here with two gone, and that'll bring up the former top prospect as a minor leaguer, Yohan Moncada. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. That one tied him up. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Ready with another 0-2. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the third strike, and the inning is over. Second inning set to go, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Miguel Sano.
Number 22, Miguel Sano.
The pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike one. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. So one away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring in Jorge Polanco to hit next. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
Ooh, that's a good pitch to take a hack at right there. Change up in the zone. He'd like to have that one back.
Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Max Kepler.
Max Kepler the next to grab a bat, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Waiting on it is Zimmer. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now.
The second baseman, Marwin Gonzalez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Sends that one out of play for strike one. No score here as we play inning number two.
He's going.
And the runner's breaking for third. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. No balls, two strikes. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and here comes the first baseman, Jose Abreu.
The first baseman, Jose Abreu.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. A ball and a strike now to Jose Abreu. Abreu is a prolific power hitter, and you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Doesn't matter what kind of pitching he faces, there's a lot of pop in that bat. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Now you could tell right there that curveball had some serious depth to it. That's what separates the good ones from the bad ones. That nasty spin rate, get that downward action. You even get a star player like this swinging at something in the dirt.
So he notched the backwards K on that one. Jose Abreu is retired, leading off the bottom of the second. First offering on its way. Tim Anderson is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away. Stepping into the box, Stephen Vogt will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Just gets a piece of it, strike one. And he popped him up. But this will land untouched. And my goodness, how about this? He struck out the side and back to. Settling in now, Mitch Garver.
Leading off for Minnesota.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Mitch Garver.
The windup and the 0-1. And there's ball one. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike two.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late, and you can't even put a good swing on it.
Good changeup in the dirt, strike three. And he makes the throw to first. Garver is retired, and there's 1 away. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Brian Reynolds. Well, now the skipper decides to bring the corners in here. Let's see if it pays off. This one's down to third. Moncada fields it cleanly, and that's the second out. So that'll bring in Byron Buxton. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes this the other way to right. And that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
The third baseman, number 24,
Josh Donaldson digging in now. Fouled away. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he comes back with a pitch that misses here. 1-1 to the Minnesota third baseman. Count is 1-2 now.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
There goes Buxton. Pitch inside the throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Third inning, no score to this point. Right 3 called, and the inning is over. Bottom of the 3rd now, and that'll bring up the switch-hitting power threat, Yasmani
The
Grandal.
catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
Down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. And he's going to start this inning out the same way he started the previous 2. 7 consecutive strikeouts. My word. 1 away.
Aloy Jimenez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. The 0-2 once more. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. The White Sox are still looking to break into the hit column here. Oh my goodness, talk about a developing story here. 8 straight strikeouts, and there are 2 away now.
Second baseman.
Into the box now, Leury Garcia. This guy is still looking at a 0 in the hit column. First delivery to him on the way. And he fouls this one off. A bouncer up the middle. And a base hit as the White Sox pick up their first knock of the ball game.
Next to Chicago, the center fielder, Starlin Marte.
Now a bluff here as he steps off to looking back at first. Digging in next will be Starling Marte. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Long run for the center fielder. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Up next for Minnesota, Eddie Rosario, as we begin the top of the 4th.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. And it's fouled away. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And it's 1-2.
Guess where he's going with this next pitch? Probably a little further outside, see if the fish are still biting.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Number 22.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Miguel Sano. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a one-out hit.
The bat, number 11. Shortstop, Jorge Polanco.
In now, Jorge Polanco. As he'll get a slider up that time, but he swings through it for the first strike. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Down the third baseline. The throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. Striding in once again, Max Kepler flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
A throw behind the runner at second, and a dive, but he's back in there. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow! So 2 gone now for the Twins in their half of the fourth. And into bat next, the utility man extraordinaire Marwin Gonzalez. First pitch coming, here it is. Skied into very shallow right. Waiting on it is Zimmer. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer.
For the White Sox, the right fielder, Bradley Zimmer.
First delivery to him on the way. Fouled off. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Man, if I'm on the mound right now, these guys are swinging at everything. You just want to try and paint the corners.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The next 0-2. Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. The next 0-2.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
High in the air into shallow left center. Rosario coming on. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring up the former top prospect as a minor leaguer, Yoan Moncada. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Popped him up. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out. Standing in, Jose Abreu. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. And another foul ball. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9. Coming to the plate now, Mitch Garver. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The catcher, Mitch Garver.
First pitch on its way. Line towards center field. Marte is right there, 1 down. Digging in to try it again, Brian Reynolds. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Grounded to third. Moncada gloves it. And quickly there are 2 away. Digging in once again, Byron Buxton. He singled his last time up. And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. First delivery to him on the way.
You got to be careful with this guy here. He can really handle the bat. Even though they're 2 outs, he might try to drop one down for a base hit.
That evens it up 1-1. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Up next for Chicago, Tim Anderson looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
The pitch. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop. Fouled away. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone. Ready for another chance? Stephen Vogt. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Now the pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Vogt's in a hole, 0-2 to him.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Now a little dribbler here off to the right side of the mound. Throw gets him, 2 down. So stepping in, Yasmani Grandal. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Very difficult to be a switch hitter in baseball today. Without question, the more comfortable side being from the right side. So he's going to have his work cut out for him here, hitting left-handed.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. New inning set to get underway, and next the dangerous power threat, Josh Donaldson.
Number 24, Josh Donaldson.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Marte is under it. One away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eddie Rosario. He went down on strikes last time up. First offering on its way. Liner towards second, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2. Striding into the box, Miguel Sano. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I gotta believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Now a wave and a miss. Looked like the slider there.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Here's a fastball in on the fists, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Big swing by Sano, and a ball sent to deep left field. And that one is gone.
The bat, number 11.
Stepping in now, Jorge Polanco. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Weak grounder down the line at third. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Bottom of the 6th inning now. And up next, the exciting Eloy Jimenez.
The left fielder, Eloy.
First delivery to him on the way. No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame. Into the box now, Leury Garcia. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
Line to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
Center fielder, number 6, Starling Marte.
At the plate now, Starling Marte. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. In tight with the sinker, ball 2.
Now, this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
And he fouls this one off. Now the 2-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Gonzalez for one. On to first, it's a double play as their woes continue. Into the box, Max Kepler. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Low and away as he misses again, 2-0.
2 tough sliders right there, but he was able to lay off them. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
2 balls and a strike.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here, but also the offense is obviously not picking anything up today.
This is on the ground over to first. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The batter number 1.
1 gone now in the Minnesota 7th. And into bat next, the utility man extraordinaire, Marwin Gonzalez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 1 out, nobody on. Takes this the other way to right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
The batter, the catcher, Mitch Garver.
To the plate now, Mitch Garver. As he can't make contact and is tied up here, it's strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Now that's popped up. Abreu has a play, but they'll just get the 1 out here as the runner will get back safely at first. Ready for another shot now. Brian Reynolds 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Here's the first pitch to him. Liner toward right center. And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. And the throw in gets away from him. Throw comes back in quickly, holding the lead runner at third, but the batter was able to hustle up to second with 2 away. Now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. Into the box now, Byron Buxton. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Now a spin and a throwback to second, and he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he's picked off to end the inning. Bottom of the inning now, and up next, the San Diego area native Bradley Zimmer.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front.
Hey, I know it's a day game, but these guys better wake up. He's on point today, throwing a lot of exploding stuff, darting and diving all over the strike zone.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Dives, and he hangs on for the out. Wow! So striding in, Yohan Moncada. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here's the first pitch to him. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
Hey, the guy on the mound is absolutely pounding his zone, and that's why he's been able to stay and pitch deep into this game.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
The 7th inning is one of those innings when you might start seeing some warning signs from your starters that they're reaching the end of their rope, but that's not the case here. He looks really solid to me.
Long run for the center fielder. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out. So 2 away here is the Sox bat in the 7th, and one of the more prolific RBI men in the league the last few years, Jose Abreu, will bat next. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. The windup and the 0-1. Tied him up there as this is softly hit down the line. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Throw into second, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
The batter, number 7. Shortstop, Tim Anderson.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Buxton is there to make the catch, and they'll get out of this with the lead intact. Ready to begin the 8th, and next it'll be the outfielder, Byron Buxton.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Shows bunt as he gets this one down. Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt there nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
The third baseman, number 24, Josh Donaldson.
Kelvin Herrera is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Number 40, Kelvin Herrera.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. Now this one's hit hard to left field by Donaldson and deep. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So now to the plate, Eddie Rosario, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive, not being very aggressive right now.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. No outs, nobody on. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. A shot down the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Pitch on the way. Seared down the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2.
Hey, 5 foul balls in a row. Loving the battle in the box right here, making the pitcher work.
Fielded by Abreu, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Miguel Sano. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Bullet back up the middle. Marte is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Now at the plate, Jorge Polanco. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Rolled slowly down the first baseline. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
The 0-2 once more. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Now look out as that pitch sends him tumbling to the ground.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count.
A swing and a miss. That stepping in, Stephen Vogt. He'll lead things off against Kenta Maeda.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Grounded back up the middle. Donaldson's up with it. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away.
Now batting,
Digging in the switch hitter, Yasmani Grandal. He was a ground out victim last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Good slider there. Gets a swing and miss.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
And this will be fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
The 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed. He got him. Digging in, Eloy Jimenez. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit the other way out toward right field. Kepler's there for it, and that retires the side. All set to start the 9th in this one, and standing in the outfielder, Max Kepler. First offering on its way. Hit sharply toward the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
The batter, number 9. Second baseman.
In now, Marwin Gonzalez. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone. So coming to the plate, Mitch Garver. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Smoke toward the hole. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The batter, number 10. Designated hitter.
At the plate, Brian Reynolds. As he sends it on the ground to first. There's one. On to the pitcher covering it first, and it's your textbook 3-6-1 double play that'll get him. All set for the bottom of the 9th. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Leury Garcia. First pitch on its way. He pulls this one into right. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. So with that, the White Sox put their leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning. At the plate now, Starling Marte hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And he pops him up here on 0-2 as this is drifting toward the right side of the infield. Sano is there, and he's got it for the first out. Digging in, Bradley Zimmer. He was robbed of a hit in his last at-bat, so he'll try to change his fortunes here.
Yeah, you got to control the controllables, Matty. All you can do is put barrel to baseball and see what happens. You cannot control the defensive wizardry on the other side.
Hey, it's nearly impossible to turn 2 with a guy that could run like this. It's even harder when he comes out of the box hitting from the left side. You really need something tailor-made to even have a chance to get him at first.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Now batter.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Line toward the alley in left center. And he will reach down to make the catch on the run. And what a fine way to end it there as this ball game